new monopoles, and this is basically what this is a monopole going on there. When they first submitted these applications, they did want to co-locate on our Department of Transportation streetlights in the county, but the antennas and the cabling that goes on it weighs about 300 pounds, and the poles that we have there today cannot take that type of a weight load. And that is why these applications had to go back to DOT, and that's where we've been in this process about a year. So it's not that we've just been in the review process for a year. The process has really been between the various departments. We've been working with Permitting Services and the Department of Transportation on the actual poles themselves and, what would work. Whether it's breakaway, clear zones, there's many, many things that go into it.
Could you explain those terms, breakaway, clear zones? What do those mean?
Okay, and I might have to ask DOT to explain it a little bit better, but as far as I understand it, the breakaway, when you hit a street light today, you want it to break away so that hopefully it doesn't, someone isn't killed, that the pole would break. With a 300-pound antenna on the top of it, these are, tall cylindrical structures, and where the weight is on the top. And so a 300-pound weight, if you were to hit the pole, that might do a lot more damage than the poles we have today. The clear zone is just to make sure that you can see, like if you or I are coming out of our subdivisions and, there's a street light, out when I get to Waring Station, let's say I live in Germantown. If there's a pole there, you have to have that clear zone so that I can make sure that I see. So DOT can definitely explain it better than I can because I'm not an expert here on street lights, but that is what we have been looking at as well. So
okay, I just want to say that if one of our goals today is to lay out issues clearly and to the extent that we can reassure neighbors about how these things are going to look and whether they will pose a hazard, what you've just said doesn't do that, because now you've described something that worries me, where you've got a 300-pound heavy weight on the top of a very small structure that might be hit by an automobile. Now I'm imagining a hazard that I hadn't even contemplated before. So
it is things it's definitely things that we look at. So I mean, I do want you, and certainly we can go into it, or we can go into it